Okay, and yeah, the recording has started. So, guys listening in here today, we have the live on Casper team with us, and yeah, Avi is gonna be represent the team. Has been really working hard to push this project, and yeah, see it grow, and yeah, that's what the project is doing now, growing, of course. So yeah, Avi, can you just give us a brief introduction about yourself, how you got into crypto, and yeah, what's the inspiration behind this project?
Hi, I'm Avi, the coder of Live Token on the KRC20 network, and I was a developer all along from the beginning. I heard about, I mean, like just like everybody in this call, probably I am late to crypto. Like for example, the Bitcoin, the let's pay homage to that Bitcoin, the store of value, the king coin. But by the time I came to know, it was like two cycles have already been passed, and I was looking out for, okay, look at it, but the value of Bitcoin, the technicals, the depth, with the concepts, the crypto it represents, all those things have become very fundamental to understand what is the core concepts of crypto. And then is trying to look at around 2018 or something. I was trying to look at what are all existing then, but by that time the bear market has come, so I just left it around. And then 20 recently like 6 months back, I just uh, was came across this kaspa. And then we wanted to do we were developing a sort of a product, and we wanted to use some sort of a payment mechanism. And so initially we started with use, we tried to use Bitcoin itself, but then using Bitcoin, the growth potential for our customers, like for people who try to use the application, it's quite less, because Bitcoin uses sats. And the sats, Bitcoin is more like it can do 2x or 3x, and then by the time it does 2x or 3x, people will get wow 2x. But things are like we wanted to look at Bitcoin also has some problems, like the block time is like 10 minutes and all. It's only for store of value. And what is the next best thing about after doing research? I mean, initially we were doing some stuff on there was something called Varus coin, and then there was something called was this there's a chain from Russia. It is from Telegram, their coin. We tried to launch our token and all those things, but then once we came to Caspa, we noticed the network, the fundamentals, the concepts. It's like Bitcoin 2.0, whatever Bitcoin wants to become, but was not able to become. And whatever what other people were trying for Bitcoin to become like Litecoin, and other guys like Ethereum who wanted to become store of value, and other positive things like adding smart contracts and all. So all those things, like once they are embedded in Caspa and looking at the value of Caspa, wow, whatever medium of exchange, right? That is the next level, the second layer solution for the economy is medium of exchange. How can I buy my coffee with the thing? How can I use it for day-to-day transactions? That's where we realized Caspa. And once we started doing transactions on Caspa, it was like too fast. Like, I mean, when I say transactions, it was like manual transactions. And then after seeing the multiple, there are things like Solana which are also fast, but then the ethos, like they are VC coins, right? So that ethos, they don't have those ethos, the Sui and all those things. They have, all of them are also quite fast enough, but then they don't have the ethos of Bitcoin. And what we felt was the Casper was the nearest which has that ethos of Bitcoin, and it has the proof of work mechanism. And it is Bitcoin 2.0 because it is beyond the blockchain. It is block DAG. So once we understand the block DAG and the true innovation behind Caspa, the 10 bps, all those things people keep on telling, right? The medium, the silver being used as silver. Then it was not like no going back, and then we KRC20 came around, and then we launched uh, KRC20 as a utility token on the Caspa network. And here, when at this point, we would like to say that we are coming to the third point, that is the unit of account, right? The unit of account is the core thing. For example, when you look at unit of account, what comes to our mind first? I mean, I can keep on rambling, but I'll just stop. Is how is the space? Do you want to stop me and let's focus directly on anything specific, or is it okay to ramble?
Yeah, you can go on. I'm really enjoying what you're saying, and yeah, I'm learning from what you're saying. So yeah, you can go on, of course.
Okay, so the third point is the unit of account. So when we say unit of account, what do we get into our mind? We get into our mind gold. Gold is a unit of account because when you say you want to get some gold, you always say what is the unit of account for gold. It is not like it's not measured in dollars, right? It is measured in weight. Gold you always measure in ounces or in grams. So I'll say I need so 1 ounce of a gold, how much that does it cost? So unit of account is gold for that. So likewise, how can we have something that can represent a token that has a unit of account? And that's where we come to live and the tokenomics of live coin that we have started on KRC20. The unit of account for live is so just like gold has weight as its unit of account, live has time as its unit of account. So time is God, right? So you are all like 50 participants are there in this call and they're spending their time. So they are, this is the proof of work. So people, they can stay somewhere, they can do something else then, but then they're putting their headphones and hearing into this call. So that is their proof of work for coming into this. So likewise, they are spending their time. So how much time they're spending in, for example, in this call, they're spending 1 hour of their time. So likewise, when we put time as a unit of account and have utility on top of that, that's where we have the live token. And the tokenomics are also completely based upon the time. So we have like so totally we have like 8 billion people in the world. So if you look at the number of seconds in a day, there are 86,400 seconds in a day. And if you look at the seconds in a year for a person, there are like 3.15 million year there seconds for a person in a year. So now let us take an example that a person lives for 100 years. So it's like 31 million seconds for a person for his entire lifetime of the year. So out of that, now coming back, now how do we use these tokens? So that's how the max supply is capped at that. So the max supply is 86,400 followed by another 86,400 for easy remembering. So that is nothing but 8.64 billion tokens, and that is approximately equal to the world population. Like each of the person, if they get 1 day worth of tokens, then that is what it comes to. Uh, that is one thing about the tokenomics. And the second thing is we want live token to be like useful. Like though KRC is categorized, KRC is not coming under meme coins. There are a lot of meme coins in KRC, but there are utility coins also on KRC, and that's the section where we want to belong. And when we say utility, what are the types of utility that can be provided? One, there can be real world utility is like real world assets. And suppose buying a coffee, you pay somebody some kaspa and then he gives back you a coffee. But then we are quite far away from that. Even people from Bitcoin times, they wanted to have this use case, but then they even some people have already achieved this in kaspa also. But then if you look at the population and the people who have achieved that, it is like less than 0.1% of the population. But that's what we want to grow. But how do we grow to that utility? We grow in steps. The first step is by providing utility. Uh, so what are the ways in which we can provide utility? One thing is like digital utility, other is real world utility. When you look at the real world utility, you have things like a DeFi, real world assets, like artificial intelligence based utility, NFTs. all these are coming under digital utilities. But then we want to separate out and we want to have some sort of realism, right? So people, there are real people who are listening to the call by they are not like robots, right? The people are processing them, whatever I said, through their mind, and they are real people. So that is the real utility what we want to have. So there are, the first concept of live token is the correlation with time, and the second concept of the live token is the liveliness. So people are alive, right? So how does something get life or become alive? So by not becoming dead. So what becomes dead? So, like for example, if you look at a black swan event, when a black swan event happens, a lot of things die off, and like for example COVID. And then but then survival on top of that and going to the next level is where the life comes. So that is the concept of life, the liveliness part. And there is also some other things, like for example, uh, moving from one crypto cycle to the other crypto cycle. So once the bull market, now we are in the very starting stage of the bull market, so nobody talks about this. But once when it goes up and then it goes down, and again it needs to go up, right? So who can survive that going down and then going to the next part? So that is also another concept of life. And then we also would like to have this thing like utility and some sort of entertainment into this. So if you look at the Twitter, we sometimes put some sort of funny stuff over there that causes some entertainment, but then the overall thing is like the utility part, and that's where the live token comes into picture. So yeah, I would like to stop and probably check back.
Yeah, and it's really been a great thing you've said so far. How you started the project. You also elaborated more about what Kaspa is about as a chain, and yeah, that's pretty great. So yeah, I noticed on the Kaspa chain, like you can't really swap tokens except they've been listed on sharing finance, and yeah, don't you think that's quite of a problem for the Casper chain? And seeing you launch there, was it you funding the launching of Chain with the live project?
Uh, so your question is like why choose Caspa for launching the product, for launching the live token, right? Is that
Yes,
the question?
yes, yeah. Because
So
wait, sorry to cut you there because you see, when I invested in Casper, I bought a token, and I noticed I couldn't swap and or I couldn't sell these tokens, and
yeah, so selling, you mean to say selling Caspa or selling live tokens? So did you mean selling Caspa or live
yeah,
tokens?
I'm sorry about that. I noticed like you couldn't sell the tokens except somebody wants to buy the designated amounts you have, like on KSPR board and um Caspiano and other exchanges like that. So yeah, don't you kind of think that's a problem for new investors coming in the Casper chain?
So right now, if you see KSPR bot is there, but then if there are new investors who are directly coming into the ecosystem and they are using the web browser, they can use not meme, and then as soon as the liquidity in that comes down, people are adding more liquidity into that, and so it's always the liquidity over that is growing to match the demand that's required. So so if anybody, so what happened is like the initial thing, it was launched like a zero allocation, right? So it was launched to the public and people started mining it from the start, and some people held it because we had these concepts from the beginning, what we are trying to work on related to the utility part. And I'll come to the utility part of the WoStr application. But then when so whenever people want to, right now there are these there are these things like not dot meme. I think is the one that has the uh, that has the maximum like easiest way to get the coins.
Okay, nice. So yeah, seeing you've launched on Cheng, which is pretty great. Do you plan on creating like a short tutorial video for new investors coming in the Casper chain to just easily swap the Casper to live tokens on Chain Finance?
Yeah. So you mean to say buying the tokens on the chain is like it's nothing different. It's like I would like to say some of the unique things uh, specific to the live token and WoStr network. Because when you say you want to buy these tokens on the network, when there are a lot of tutorials that are available on how to do that. For example, if you go to not dot, let me do a quick screen share and then show some stuff. Okay, let me share the screen. So you need to go to not.me token and KRC20, and then you need to have Casper wallet for that. Once you connect Casper wallet to that, then you before that you need to have some Caspa in your wallet, and once you have Caspa in your wallet, you just connect your wallet and give the password, and then once you give the password, then it shows you how much cash balance you have. For example, right now I have like 7 cash. Now with this 7 cash, suppose I want to buy, probably can I buy with 1 cash? Okay, I think I can't buy with the amount of cash. You require some cash worth around $5 or more to buy stuff. And once uh, as soon as you enter that value over here, then you will see how many live tokens you will get, and then you click this one. There will be a swap button over here, and once you click that, and you will make the purchase, and that is buying part. And now you feel that you have bought it and you waited for some months, and then you feel that
AV, I think you dropped out there. Okay, I'm back. AV, think he's having some connections with his some issues with his mic.
Hey, sorry. I think this is the first time I'm checking with the Telegram live, and I think my Bluetooth is having some issues with the while trying to connect. But let me again try. Can you hear me now? Right?
Um, yeah, I can't. Okay.
So once we enter that Casper, then we can make the purchase like this. And likewise, if you want to add liquidity, you can add it over here. So right now, you see there are around 60 million Casper that are available for purchase. So that's the process for purchasing the live tokens using Caspa. So there are two modes for purchasing the live tokens. One is you can buy them on an exchange like Not, and there is the second way, that is you can earn them. So that is the I would like to explain a little bit about the second thing. I'm stopping the sharing now. Okay, and let me get back on the video. So how can you earn tokens? So as I said, like we are working on the same ethos like proof of work. So when we say proof of work with respect to the live token, there are two ways in which you can do proof of work. You can do live streaming. So like most of the people have got the smartphone, and using the smartphone they can connect to an app called WoStr. This app is the utility part of the live token, and we are using this app. We are developing this app actively, and what this app does is something very unique, that it provides location-based live streaming services and ability to earn crypto tokens by streaming your something interesting stuff. It's not like your typical Zoom call where two people who know each other talk to each other, but it's something like suppose there is some famous event or some concert that's happening at some place, and then you are at that place, so you are existing at a particular event or a place, or it can be even be a local community thing, a cultural specific event where there are some people who have got the privilege to be part of that, and there are a lot of people who want to watch it. So if that is the situation that you're in, you by being a streamer can earn the tokens. So how do you earn the tokens is using WoStr. So now let me do another quick screen share and talk about this WoStr. So this WoStr app is like so this is, you can see the entire world over here. This is a parallel thing like Google Maps. We are not using anything like Google Maps or Apple Maps over here. We are using our own system, mapping system over here. It's an open source mapping system where you as a user can stream interesting stuff that you have. For example, right now I have, now first thing is I go and so I do this copy keys, and then let me see what keys I have. Just a sec. So when you say copy keys, another important point to note is that your public and private key both will be both will be copied. So you need to keep your private key safe, the same crypto ethos. And here you see that this particular browser uh, is already logged in. For example, this user, there is nothing like user authentication or personal information. So your public key is your ID over here, and this public key is again linked to kaspa, so it's the kaspa key. So now this is the user. Now I'm from my phone, I'm trying to uh, again log in into the same app. So I have logged in into the same app. Now the first step is that I, as a user of the system, so this, there are two roles. One is the watcher, and the other is the streamer. So this guy who is the streamer, because he has the phone, and once a streamer, the advantage a streamer gets is that the streamer gets to move around from place to place and then show his area. If you look at the map here right now, you see somebody else has joined it as a streamer. He has this logo. You see somebody in US. Now suppose I want to connect to this user, because right now I'm already in the call. Uh, my video is already engaged. I can't connect to that because it's a hardware issue. Like the same hardware cannot be accessed by two apps. But then the possibility is that if you have a watcher and a streamer, the the streamer shows the stream. Now I'll just show the process of getting online. So if you click on the eye symbol that is there, then you get at your location wherever you are, you get another eye symbol. And now once you click on that, then you get this option Hello.
Hey, you caught out there.
Hey, so what's happening? There is some sort of a disconnection that's happening, I think, once in a while.
Yeah,
I'm audible right now?
yeah, you.
Right now, right? So okay. So if you can see here, so I think my team lead has joined here from US, and then you can see, if you can if you can see here, there is this custom icon over here, and then now I'm trying to connect to the user from my device, because both of them are right now accessible. So this is how you establish the video call. You get onto the video with the other person, and then he streams the video, and then both of you get into the call. And for the time that the streamer is streaming and the watcher is watching, the watcher pays the streamer in live tokens. And how many live tokens? Suppose you have streamed for 1 minute, you get 60 tokens. So it's more like time based tokens. You get a little okay. So I was saying, when the watcher and the streamer get online, the the watcher pays the streamer, and the streamer gets, for every 1 minute, he gets 60 tokens. So that's the calculation that we do. Yeah. So that's what I was telling you about the application. And there are different modes of the application, and this application is under development. It has been tested for around 6 to 7 countries, but then there is a lot more of testing and adoption that's required for the application.
Okay. Yeah, that just moved to my other question. I just wanted to know, like, is the app launched on platforms like the App Store and Google Play Store, and is it available in all regions?
So, to answer your second question first, the app is available in all regions, and the app is available as a standalone app as Hey, so I'm sorry. Am I audible now?
Yeah, you are audible.
So the app is right now is available as like a standalone app, as a progressive web app. It installs on your device like this. It has an icon on your home screen, and then you can click on that, and then it launches the app in full screen mode. But it's not available on app stores for a specific reason, and the reason is that we are right now in very early development, and then there is a approval process and all to the store, which slows down the development. So once we get things stabilized and all, then we can concentrate about the stores, because once we go to the stores, there might also be some conflicting things, because we are using cryptocurrency and all. So once we get
Um, you just cut up there again.
Hey, am I audible now?
Yeah, you were audible.
Am I clear enough? Because I'm not using the headphones anymore because of this Bluetooth issues with Telegram stuff. I mean, I never had this before in the call. Actually, in the last session, we did a 3 hour session with Sebastian on YouTube Live on the WoStr network, and it was not giving an error. But I think if I'm audible enough with this, we can continue with this.
Yeah, you're audible enough. It's great like this.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so yeah, thanks for answering my questions and seeing the app is still on the development. Would love to see it on the App Store. So yeah, another question is gonna be
Just a sec. I can't hear you. Just a sec.
okay. Another question is gonna be on like the app again. Is there a website for iOS users like where they can easily access the app and use it?
Yes, the website is WoStr.net, so users can go here. If you can see my screen share, you can go to WOSTR.net. So WoStr is an acronym which stands for Worldwide Streamers Network, WOSTR.net, and you need to go with HTTPS because it's a secure site. Uh, and that's how you can access the even without the app from the browser, the same functionality.
Okay, great. So yeah, guys, for the iOS users in here, you can just use the WoStr network and on the website, and yeah, you can access the app and test it out. Great, and this is really great what you're building here because we don't see any Casper project doing what you're doing. I don't even think we have projects in other chains building what you're building here. So yeah, it's really great to see what you've come up with.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, so the app itself is in development. So we would like people to come and participate in the app and use it and earn money through it. And when we talk about earn, I would like to introduce at this point because I think we are halfway out, right? So I would like to thank people who have joined the call, and if you guys, because you guys are spending 1 hour of your time in this call, so if you guys can drop in your caspa addresses, because of we value also your time being spent in this call, so we will do a giveaway with respect to the amount of time. There's the same calculation what we have for the live tokens, time based. We will be doing a free drop for you guys, so please drop your caspa addresses to get the free live drop of the KRC20 live token. I guess is there a place where they can drop them?
Yeah, I would forward them to your DMs after the AMA. I'll just give you the usernames so you can DM them individually and yeah, um send them the live tokens.
Instead of DMing, I think you can add to your X account where we have this thing, right? You can just send a comment to that, and then I can take it from there.
Okay, okay. So yeah, we'll do
Because
that.
handling so many DMs is
Sure, sure. So yeah, let's take one more question before we get into the community question, and that's gonna be on your long-term and short-term goals with the live project.
so the short-term goal is that we are using a peer-to-peer based live streaming that is based upon WebRTC, and it has got three. So we are using this peer-to-peer based WebRTC, and it has got different functionalities. The one is the voice functionality, voice data functionality, and the third is the tracking functionality, wherein it's like Uber or any other thing, but then it's customized for your solution. So you can have like, suppose you have like 20-30 people together as a group, and you want to track each other's as you are moving, you are doing some trekking activity or something like that, then you can track the location of each of them as they move around the map. So this type of tracking functionality. And then we also have this video and voice. All these are based upon WebRTC. So enabling the base features and making it stable is one of the initial things in our roadmap. And once that is done, we have the concept for the long term, that is for the development of the token as well as the development of the project, that is going to be consistent, and uh, that is going to be in line with the usage. So these are the two long-term and short-term plans for the project.
Okay, great. Do you also like plan on have adding NFTs and merchandise store with the live project?
So if you see, the live project is like, is a bit different. It's not like a cat or a dog wherein you put beard and you put so it's not like you put a beard, you put a helmet on all this and create so many NFTs.
Um, AV, you're having some connection issues. AV, if you're here, uh, are you
Yeah,
back?
I'm there. Let me join from my mobile. This thing is like too weird today. Let me join directly from my mobile.
Hey, am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible.
Okay, cool. So I'm sorry about that. So I think now let's continue. So I'm on my mobile right now, and you were asking about the NFT support, right?
Yeah, I was asking if you plan on launching NFTs on the live project, like
Yeah, it's
creating
very interesting because that's what I was telling. It was very interesting because all for example, Kango, right? They put
yeah,
all the colors in the hair and all the face and all. So
yeah.
they have a character, they have a mascot, so they can do all the variations. But we also do have some ideas for doing the NFTs, but our NFTs are not going to be like this type of mascot based NFTs where you change the different attributes like tail and head and specs, goggles, beard, and all those things. But it's going to be uh, NFTs that are based upon. When I have not discussed this earlier before even with our team, but it's going to be very interesting concept of NFTs. It's going to be very new, innovative type of NFTs that we're going to release. But it's going to be after we stabilize this core application. Then we're going to focus on that, and it's surely going to be interesting. And we have some thoughts about that also to do it in a non-character ways. it's like a semi NFT. It's like a half fungible and half non-fungible NFT. But then it even the NFT, I mean, NFT has a utility, just like anything with respect to life. It needs to have some sort of utility to be a part of it. So even that NFT has got some utility, and that utility is going to be based upon the location. Just to give a clue, it's going to be based upon the location where you are. So if you are at a location and if you have that NFT, then you would be at an advantage for different stuff, which we're going to release as time goes.
Okay, and a question I also forgot to ask was about your community. Like, do you plan on like having, or do you have regional groups for non-English speakers where they can easily communicate in the native language?
Okay, I just want to share one more thing. Like my boss, he was also mentioning that NFT. He's saying that NFT is going to be a beast, and when we come up with that, the full idea is going to be something very innovative. So I just wanted to reiterate this from his side also. So the next thing, after NFTs, you were asking about the community, right? So one thing is we have got a set of two types of we have a very small group, a Telegram group, but we have got a set of very interesting users there. One is a very young and dynamic people. I think they're from different countries, but I think there are some students, very good guys like tech, and some guys they're from Nigeria and around that place, and they are right now having their exams, so they're not busy. I mean, they are studying right now. And there are a few guys like Aveda Barry, and they're all having their exams, I guess, right now, and that's why they are not very active in the group. There is a second group who are like long-term supporters, like Stronsky, STP, and Andy, and there are like I can go through the list, but there are like around 10 to 12 guys like who are corely involved in the community, and they're from different places, all over the place. Some are from US and some are from Europe, specifically Belgium and other areas surrounding that, and UK, and also Denmark, and and myself, I'm from India, and we have also Ganesh, Patas Ganesh from India. Like, so this is the core community what we have, and the core. As far as there are two types of community. One is the guys who are like early investors in the token, who are just like holding on, and they're checking about the progress, and they're keeping looking at the charts. And then the second people are who are trying to help us in sort of testing the network. And the third is like the core community, who is the developing part. They are like two people. One is myself, the coder, and the other guy. He is like responsible for like he is the core of the product, and he's like right now I think he might be working. Because it's like early daytime, right? For him it's night, for me so it's day for him, so he might be in his office, I think, but still he's somehow managing to ping me some information related to the project. But these are the three types of community what we have right now, and the way we want to grow is also quite slowly and quite like first we want to get this community and people like you, right, Pac Man and last person, you just discovered and then you stuck on with us, and you kept on like asking about this AMA, and like people who discover and then who stick on, right? Some people come and then go, but then some people who keep on sticking on, right? They somehow we get to do the AMA, and more people get to enter into the community. And if they like what they're seeing, if they like the progress of the project, and they stick on with the project, and then they talk, and then they also give some useful comments for the growth of the community, for the growth of the project token, and also the net.
For sure, man. And yeah, um, again, it's really great having you on this call, and yeah, I really love it. So yeah, we're gonna be taking some community questions now. So guys, when you ask a question, just forward AV your wallet for the giveaway. So yeah, let's go with Jack. Jack can ask a question.
Hey everybody, good morning.
Hey Jack, how you doing?
I'm doing very good, and you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Hey Avi, how you doing as well?
Hi, Jack. I'm good. Thank you.
Okay, beautiful. So let me hop on straight to my question. Don't want to waste much of your time. So yeah, I didn't actually get to join when it began, but I was privileged to actually join and have a little idea of what you were saying. So just come up with some questions that I'd like to ask. So for my first question, I would love to know, what is the liquidity situation? Is there like sufficient liquidity to handle large trading volumes without significant price spillage? Because as low liquidity can make it difficult to buy or sell tokens.
Okay, so I guess if you look at all the different, so we are available at 5 to 6x, like Dexus and other places, but I think KSPR bot and not.meme these are the two places, and where there is some sort of liquidity. And the guys, I think it's more like it was a community thing, right? People started purchasing that, and then unless people like want to sell it, but I think already we have like around 70 million or 80 million of those tokens already available for liquidity. And the other guys are, I think, as the price increases, they're going to be more liquidity onto the platform, right? So because people would like to add on and then to the liquidity. So I guess once you start making, unless you have something like a very big purchase or something, wherein you can put a message inside the Telegram group what we have, and people who are interested can do that swap with you directly. But otherwise, you can directly buy off the DEX, right? That is the safest way to do that. And you can be sure that I think we are like, how many is like you can, it's so small amounts of dollars that is going to give so much of it's because of being so early, it is like a crunch that you think that unless you have $1,000 or $10,000, then it's a different situation. But otherwise, you can directly borrow of the DEX, take off the liquidity of the DEX, and then more of the things get added to the DEX liquidity wise.
Okay, thank you so much on that. Yeah, do I have the opportunity to ask another question, if you don't mind?
Yeah,
I
you
know.
can.
Yeah, please.
Okay, thank you so much. So for my next question, I would love to know how would the project be governed? Is there like a decentralized autonomous organization planned? Because a clear governance structure ensures transparency and accountability.
So right now we are sharing our day-to-day updates related to the project development on Twitter. Earlier we were sharing it in Telegram, but then we realized that it's better to do more development in the open. So the project development. So with respect to the token, it's stable, right? They has a fixed supply, and you finish the minting part, and then you have movement in the like availability in all the dexes. So that part is almost like stable. And now the development with respect to the utility part, that the progress and all is constantly being shared, and we are doing the development in the open, and we are sharing the updates in the open. So right now it's a small team. We are like just like two guys who are working on this one. So we do have our internal meetings to uh, talk about the like small day-to-day issues and updates and the directions. But then whatever progress, whatever like success cases and whatever is available as features for the network, that is being shared publicly. So that can also change with more involvement in the community. And because there are things like wonderful things that are coming. Yesterday only we had a discussion with STP. He was mentioning about like the smart contracts and the 10x, right? The 10 BPS thing coming to kaspa. So once that comes, then we have some interesting things also. So we have some thoughts like planning to run a Raspberry Pi node or some sort of a node, and then try to hook up with the be early adopters for that side of the thing, like smart contracts, whether to go with the IGRA Labs thing or to go with the what is the other thing, the Crescendo, right? The Crescendo thing where we have the Sparkle stuff. So yeah, things are going on, and if there are any specific questions related to development or progress, feel free to join our Telegram chat, and then we are quite active over there. We can also have one-to-one discussions over WoStr network to test the network, or just to get a feel of the progress. You can just feel free to ping me, and then we can get on the WoStr network and have a detailed talk about it.
Okay, wow. Thank you so much for that amazing answer, and thank you very much for the opportunity, Pac-Man. I wish you success on your project, Avi. I have a lot of other questions to ask, but I don't want to take the time of everyone. So if you're down with it, I could share them in your DM as well.
Yeah, that would be good. I mean, I'll be there. I mean, until you guys want to go, I'll be there. I have no idea.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you
Great
so much.
question, Jack. So yeah, let's go with Rick. Rick, you want me to please ask your question?
Hello guys, how you guys doing? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. So I'll go straight to my question. When I was reading about your project, I saw that this project helped streamers to earn broadcasting exciting events. So my question goes like this: how does this project help streamers monetize their content?
Monetize the content, right? You're asking about monetizing of the content.
Yes, brother.
There are two ways. One, the content when it is live streamed is instantly monetized, because once the streamer starts the stream and gets live, if he gets a paying customer. So one thing is important for the streamer is that he needs to provide content that has value, something of interest, which he can put in the description, and he can advertise to the people by by sharing the link to his stream over social media. And then if there is a watcher who wants to view that content, then it is instant monetization. The watcher needs to have some tokens, and the watcher needs to acquire fiat currency, he has to convert. So we have this payment gateway integration. There are two types of integration. One is the fiat integration, where you can use your credit card or debit card and buy the balance inside the app. And the second is Bitcoin integration. You can also add the Bitcoin, you can put some sats, and then you can add the balance into the app. Once you get the balance inside the app, then it is instant monetization. And once you connect to a watcher, as you stream, for example, you stream for 1 minute, you get 60 tokens. So you constantly keep on earning these tokens. And then after you complete n number of streams, you get a balance, right? Now this balance, you can encash that balance into kaspa, and then you can get out from kaspa into dollars, and then into your local currency. So that is the live earning workflow. The second workflow is, suppose you have captured something very interesting, very something that has value, and you can put it like a relive thing, like for example, there's a concert or a match, specific stuff that you have captured from your angle and which was not captured from any other angle by others. You can put that also inside the app. This is the functionality what we are working on right now. Once you put it on the app, and then other people can purchase your content. This is like not live, but a little bit, it's like a relive thing. It can happen a little bit after you finish the recording of the content. People who watch can again, they can grab your content for the amount of content they get pay. They watch, they download it onto the system. You get paid. So these are the two modes. The second mode is under progress. The first mode is already working for achieving the for achieving the payment functionality. There is one more third thing, which is you can just, by supporting the project, there are some contests inside the Telegram. We have some 6 to 7 contests. You can participate in the contest and earn yourself free live tokens as a proof of work. So you do some work. His work is very simple. Like I would like to give an example. Like there is an augmented reality contest what we have. So if you go to the WoStr.net application, you can use that application, and there is an augmented reality section in that. If you are specifically interested in that, I will share the link. Excuse me. And then you can participate in that. Just tweet live on cast on Twitter, and then you will get free live drops. Yeah, so these are the 3 ways.
Okay, such a long process. Anyways, nice project, by the way. Good luck.
Thank you.
Okay, let's go with Dave. Dave, you're allowed to speak.
So
Yes.
somebody asked me, where is the BTC at, right? So once you want to watch a particular stream, and when you say connect, and then it will check whether you have a balance. If you have a balance of 0 and your balance is notified here on the app, you see this balance, this is the balance in app 4501, that will be shown as 0. And if the app detects that you have 0 balance, then it will automatically redirect to a payment gateway called Zaprite, wherein you can do your SATs transfer. It's a non-custodial payment.
Yeah, I think that was from Rafe. So yeah, Rafe is gonna meet me, send you a DM for more info on that. So yeah, let's go with Dave. Dave, you're allowed to speak.
Hey guys, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
All right, great presentation, Abby. Oh, that was great host and Pac-Man. So basically, I just want to ask about the platform. Are we gonna be ending on in your token, the live token, or gonna be ending in regular USD?
So right now, the approach for getting live tokens is through kaspa, right? So for regular USDT, we need to go through the centralized exchanges. But then from the awareness perspective, we are right now not even like marketing stuff. So I think slowly we want to market first, because we ourselves believe in kaspa, right? So we want to first market to kaspa community even before going outside the community, because we more like trying to get more investors rather than traders and guys who are actually believing in KRC, kaspa and this stuff. So we slowly migrate, like once we get saturation with respect to local community, then we go to the centralized stuff and get the USDT pairing. But until that time, we are not saturated because hardly people know, right? Even in the community. So until that time, we just try to market locally and people try to identify or discover us through some means organically and get to us and try. That I think is going to be in the long time sustainability thing, but eventually we will get to the USDT also, the pairing also.
Right. Thank you very much for that answer. And basically, I also want to know how you are earning from this your platform.
Your voice was breaking. Basically, I want to know. After that, I didn't get you.
I want to know how you are earning from the platform. What is your revenue stream?
So yeah, that's interesting. Because so what happens is the watcher and streamer, right? There are two entities of the system. The watcher, he burns his fiat or he burns his tokens, and then streamer earns the tokens. So all these things happen through the platform, right? So the platform, so one session is something like one interaction between a watcher and a streamer, where the money flows from the watcher to the streamer through the system. So the system takes a cut. So right now I think it's 0.01% or something. It takes a cut from the tokens that the watcher gives the streamer. So the streamer gets the maximum number of tokens. The platform, for its sustenance, it gets its cut of the tokens. So that's a very great question. I think interesting. That also opens up the business model of the entire system.
All right, brother. Thank you very much for the answer. Great presentation. Really love it.
Okay, and yeah, let's go with Chris and we go with RSCP. So Chris, you're on muted. Please ask your question.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. I checked out your website and I was saying something that has to do with stream to end. So if I was gonna be streaming, do I end through when people gift me through my live or live streaming, or the platform itself is gonna pay me for the hours or the time I used to stream?
So right now, it's like right now, Caspa does not have smart contracts direct integration, right? So there are two ways. One is you keep on streaming and then you keep on earning the balance inside the app. Now, once you think that you have earned sufficient amount of balance inside the app, then you do a payment request. That is, you go to the settings and then there is a button which says send payment request. Once you do that, it notifies the system, and the system on the subsequent day it pays you back in live tokens. So there are three things: the balance inside the app, the live tokens, and then conversion into Caspa and your outlets like Caspa, USDT, or local currency, all those things. But then, so primarily there are these two things. So, and right now the process is manual, which we eventually also plan to like integrate with smart contracts once they are in, so that it becomes a self-service model wherein you can, as soon as the session completes, you can push the corresponding tokens to your wallet automatically.
All right, that sounds great. Thank you very much. And Avi, I sent you a DM.
Okay. Yeah, I see that.
Let's go with RSCP. So yeah, I remember RSCP, we scheduled him on an AMA late December. So yeah, do you have anything to say, RS?
Hi, do you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, that was about Borat, but it's difficult with Borat. It's for a longer term. Now I have other priorities. I'm a volunteer at Kaspa, but that's not the topic today. So, Avi, I came late into the hour due to technical problems. But first of all, I have tested a few times the WoStr network with Avi, and it's always a pleasure to have this moment with Avi. He's very nice. I learned a lot of him. First question: is there anything we can do as testers to help testing, or is it for the moment is it okay? That's my first question. Can we help?
Yes. So I think we will be winding up with the first set of functionality. Earlier we had only this feature of and first hi STP, nice to see you. So first we had this feature of WebRTC peer-to-peer voice and video call, but then we have added some other stuff to that, and we are still developing some of the stuff like profiles and also tracking data, which also needs testing. So I'll be posting once we are done with this part of the development, which I think is around this week. We'll be posting specific information in our Telegram channel so that you can directly interact for the testing, and we can have the sessions just like last time, and we can test each of these three different functionalities and confirm that it works for multiple networks and for multiple devices, all those things. All good.
Okay, so but you will posting if you need help. Okay, that's good. Second, Cas, so for now, if you use what's the network on on Chrome, for example. So in the future, in the coming weeks, Casper, Casper Wallet is coming to mobile instead of Chrome. Instead, you can use still the Chrome extension, but they will come to mobile. Is it maybe an idea that you link the WoStr network to the Casper wallet? That people can use the Casper wallet and so they can use their live tokens for the streaming.
So once Casper, I think, so right now, if you see, there are two wallets, right? Ghost wallet and Casper wallet. Even if you look at the differences, Ghost wallet is like fully open source version. Casper wallet is closed source. But I was trying to check about the Casper. So the thing is, like, more and more wallets are going to go. Even Caspium, they said that they would release the KRC support. But I mean, so the more and more wallets come in and they support. Usually, what happens is there would be something. They would come up with something like an integration layer. Like if you look at Ethereum, there's something like Wallet Connect, and there are. So this type of layers of integration for wallets are what we are looking for, because that ensures that there is stability and there are standards. So at that point, it would be the integration part would be easier. But then even otherwise, yeah, I mean, it makes sense. So once the smart contracts and the integration SDKs come in, that would be a right time where we can integrate WoStr with those things. Is what the timing is. What is matters.
Yes, that would be more easy, I think, for people to use the WoStr network when they can connect their wallets with live tokens on it. Or do I see it wrong? Avi?
Yes, I agree, 100%.
Yes. Okay. And then, so I tested with you. Sometimes when I use my iOS, using the web page, I have to restart its slots. So, what's the ultimate goal? The best way for me, I think, because WoStr network is made for people streaming, and people like to stream on their smartphones. So now you are testing on web browsers, but when do you think you will be implementing applications? I know it's difficult. I understand it's priority to test it on Google and things like that. But is it the main goal to have a WoStr network on applications, so on iOS
Hey,
and Android.
no, your voice is breaking. You were asking about the app stores, right? Are you asking about app stores?
Yes, is that for the App Store? But because the people who in the future that will be using the WoStr network for
So it's
WoStr.
like this. So it's like this. Right now, we have a PWA. PWA is like it's like almost like a native app. It does all the stuff that a native app does. Only thing it's not in the app store. The thing is
No.
where once we try to I think somebody asked this earlier, the same question is that once we try to push stuff into the app store, because it involves things like policies and it requires it's a permission thing, it slows down the development. So and as we are trying to release stuff and fast and break things until we stabilize the thing, we can't even think about going to app stores. But then eventually, if it makes sense, also there's one more thing that from a perspective of crypto, right? The app stores themselves, they are not very conducive right now. So that might be another barrier to entry for us. So, but however, we have pushed some of our earlier apps as part of development into app stores. We know the process, we know the stuff, and with respect to the functionality, it's going to be similar functionality. We just need native wrappers, and then we can push the stuff. So that would not be. I mean that I would say that from a functional perspective is just like adding two of the adapters or integration for both iOS and for Android, and then packaging and then delivering. But then the core thing is not that. The core thing is on the other side, whether we are able to come up with the pace. So once we get more stable, then that would be a good time to think about those things also.
Yes, I understand. Yes, I understand, and certainly take your time. The best you don't have to rush anything. You have to do it the kaspa way: build, test. So take your time. There's no rush. That's the best way is to test and don't rush things.
I just saw a message from Johnny. Johnny would like to add related to the monetization, right? Would you like to add some more points with respect to monetization? Somebody was asking earlier.
No,
Oh,
I'm
yes.
finished.
So for the monetization part of it, so a lot of it will be based off of, since it's a different design than normally. As Alvi stated, it's a request service. So think of it more like it's not just going to be for any kind of video. You can also think of it as we're going to be sectoring this off in different industries for different use cases. So, for instance, for journalism, for science, things like that. So if you need like survey data for a certain area and you're a scientist, you're not there, you can't get it. So you can use WoStr to stream that data, instead of not wasting, but using money to travel there, or if you don't have the time, you can go to WoStr and see if anybody's at a location and request like a survey for that area for whatever they're doing. So those are some of the ways that people can get paid. It's not just for, just streaming like an event. It could be, well, mainly for events, but it could be used for streaming scientific data, any kind of modeling data people need wherever you're at. So we're going to have different, I guess you could say, sites or portals for those use cases that the WoStr app will be streaming to or be connected to. So the WoStr app will be used like a protocol in the sense of that way, to where you can connect to WoStr and then stream it to the use case that you need it for. So that's another way that we're looking at it to integrate for using the live token for the utility of WoStr.
Adi, I found one more question. Maybe would you be using the KNS domains so you can have a WoStr network on the Web3 environment?
You meant to say the KNS, right? The KNS naming?
Yes.
So we are live on .kns right now.
Yeah.
So we have registered that one, but I think eventually once that can act as a treasury or something. So once it acts as a treasury, then it could be something like what happens with time is that we will have fewer and fewer tokens circulating in the market. So people can add stuff to the treasury to that live on KNS, and then they can get their balance inside the app. So
Yes.
that thing can be seamless once that wallet integration is done. That can be easily done. So those are some areas where KNS can be used, as far as what I can understand.
Yeah, and that's the first step to be having WoStr network on the Web3 environment, and maybe in the future to the Web4. So that's a good thing.
Okay, and yeah, guys, those were some really, really good questions. And I think with that we can wrap up the AMA. So, Alfie, do you have any closing remarks before we wrap up the AMA session?
So do we have the kaspa addresses of the participants? Did they add them somewhere?
Yeah, they would be sending it to your DMs now. I got a few DMs saying they can reach out to you. It's bugging. I think it's the on premium account. So yeah, I'm just gonna give you the username so you can DM them easily or post on X.
Yeah, post on X would be the easiest way. Yeah, that's right. You can ask them to post on X.
Okay. So yeah, wait, I'll be sending you a DM now. I'll be sending you the AMA recording and yeah, discuss more about our future partnerships.
Okay, thanks, Pacman, and thanks last person for their